Hi everyone, let's talk baseball algorithm recap for Tuesday, May 24th. Let's talk about the games, and also in this video I'm going to show you really how to roll the file forward to the new day. If you have a copy of the file and you want to get a preliminary look at the next day, how do you do that after you have the previous day done? Well, the previous day being Tuesday, it's not fully complete yet. There are some games that are still finishing up. All the way down here, all of these games are still going on right now. Arizona's ahead of Kansas City, Oakland's ahead of Seattle, Milwaukee is ahead of San Diego, and the Mets are losing, actually, to San Francisco. Get outscored. So we'll see when those finish. Let's pretend that those games were over, though, and you want to prepare this for tomorrow, because even though I could go through all the games today, you can see it's looking like a pretty darn good day. The Mets were an underdog we have on here. It looks like they're losing, but the game isn't over yet. But it looks like they're probably going to lose. And Seattle losing here, but we hit our other underdog heavily with Boston. And Colorado wins down here in extra innings, I believe. Miami loses down here, but a lot of these games are low. So everything up here pretty good. Pretty good, actually. So if everything holds, that's nice. Now, how do we get this thing prepared for tomorrow? Because everyone's like, well, you know, if the algorithm is working really well, and if you're on the email list, you'll get a copy of this in the morning, which will be more current and more updated and more accurate for the day, and probably better. But otherwise, you can just look at what it says today. First thing you need to do is you need to freeze the day's records from before. So that's everything right here. All these records are from the 24th. We're going to freeze them and make sure we get our scores right tomorrow. I freeze them by copying them and turning them into values. Then we're going to add information from the 25th, which will be Wednesday. I already grabbed that information right here, which is the odds from RotoWire, as we have them right now. Of course, they're going to change because odds change all the time. And we're going to paste the odds right here. And it looks like we've got 13 games on the schedule so far tomorrow. All right. So if we have 13 games, then the matchup sheet's only going to go down to 13 games right here. So we can get rid of the last two games because they're not going to be accurate. Or they're not going to be part of what we're doing. Here we have a preliminary look. What we need to do is we need to also grab the lineups for the day. And the lineups, luckily RotoWire will give you tomorrow's lineups right here. So if you click on tomorrow's lineups when you're in Fantasy Lineups, Daily Lineups, you get an expected lineup, which is not, it can't possibly be accurate because it's just a projection, but it is a decent projection. It helps us create our projections for the day. So you're going to paste that right here in the lineup sheet, and you're going to refresh this over here and see like we have somebody like Fairchild is a player we need to add on San Francisco. And you go into the matrix and you start adding players here. We got to figure out what this player's actual name is. So we can look at San Francisco's roster and find Fairchild. Stuart Fairchild's the name. I didn't have this person in the matrix yet, so we'll see if they'll show up. Oh, we do have them in here. So they're probably just playing their first game. So let's see if we can find where they are. Stewart. This is the process you need to go through to get this thing completely. Ooh, that person got traded to San Francisco. That's what happens. So when I bring in batter stats tomorrow, we'll have that player on San Francisco, not on Seattle. As you can see, they were traded right here. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of how you start doing some updates to the rosters to make sure they're accurate. And all right, so far so good. So the next thing you do is you check the batting order. Looks like we do have that hole right there on Seattle and San Francisco, which we'll fix tomorrow. We have Thomas Scazpucci. Are you kidding me? Is that the first time that pitcher's pitched for the Mets? I don't recognize that name. Bam, it's a new guy. Let's see if we have AAA stats on that guy. Oops. We do not. I bet you we don't have this person in here at all, and that means we're going to have to add pitching stats for this person. We're going to do that we're going to replace Manny Buelos now. We'll replace Josh Winder. No, we'll replace somebody else. Hold on. We'll replace Adam Scott. I don't know why we're doing that, but we're doing that. Scazapucci is in here. He's already in here. Wait a minute. How is he already in here? Let's find out where he is. He pitched in 2021. All right. So we don't have to add him. He's already there. So we can do that. And look to see if any lineup factors are 0. They're all good. And guess what, everybody? Once we connect this, we have a look at tomorrow's projections. Now, they're not as good as they're going to be tomorrow when I do the other updates to the file, when I add all the updated player stats, when I add all the updated team stats. Once all that happens, it's a more current look. It's more accurate. And when the lineups are confirmed, it's more accurate. But if you just want a quick glance at what is the Wednesday projections, guess what? It's this right here. It's the Angels, the Dodgers, San Francisco. You've only got 3 teams above 10% margin, and you have a lot of underdogs on this list. So it'll be interesting to see what the final projections are tomorrow. So that's how you do it, guys. If you're interested in not having to do this yourself and you just want to pay me $20 and you can get on the email list and you can get this thing ready to go every day, then you can follow the link in the description. Otherwise, good luck, everybody. Our picks did pretty well today. Hopefully they will do well again tomorrow. And, yeah, good luck. Now your picks be winning.